Hi, this is Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style, coming to answer your colour and style questions. First one in the lucky dip today comes from Heidi, who says, can you reinforce for me the difference between warm and cool greens? I know olive is warm, but it's those greens that are somewhat sage and those that are mint that confuse me. So I've just picked up a couple of swatches to give you a visual representation because it's hard to explain. And this is the thing, this is where what we need to have is a tool like a colour swatch to help you see the difference. Because on their own, I could look at the green on the top and think, that looks like a really cool green. But as soon as I bring up the cool greens, suddenly I can see the warmth in them. And that's, suddenly these look quite blue and you go, that does not look anywhere near as cool as the one on the end here, which is a cooler version. And it's really interesting that when I put the blues up, these look greener, but as soon as I have them next to warm greens, they look much bluer. So you can see what a difference this is. And this is where having your colour swatch, it's such a great tool to help you identify the right undertone that you are looking for when you are searching out clothes, because you can have that and you can see it. And one of the things I give my clients in a consultation is just a little mini swatch card of their opposite. So, if this was, say, your palette, I'd give you this version, but just a mini, like a business card size one. So you've got something as the opposite so that you can identify if it looks more like this one or more like this one. And that's really what you're looking for. But this is why having a swatch makes it so much easier, and also knowing what the opposite is, because color is a bit like perfect pitch. If you haven't got perfect pitch, it's very hard when you're just looking at a color without any context to know what its undertone is, particularly if it's something like green, which does move from, cooler version to warmer version, and you might not know where one kind of stops and the next one starts. But if you have these as a tool, this is really going to help you. Now, I've also grabbed a more muted version, because sometimes when things become more muted, it becomes less obvious which is warmer and which is cooler. So here I've got warmer and cooler again, and you can see that, yes, this one here is really quite warm. But when you look at these ones, if you are looking at them without the context of the cool swatch, you can see, you can go, yeah, that obviously is warm. I can see the yellow on it, but I'm not seeing the yellow in these in the same way until I put it next to this. And suddenly you see that they are more yellowed. So this is where using your swatch, making sure that you're looking for it and going, does it look like it fits in or does it look different? That really makes it's so much easier when you are trying to identify colors. So really a warm green has some yellow in it. So if you see any yellow, kind of an overtone of yellow, sometimes fabrics will shine a little bit yellow. You go, okay, it's probably a warmer green, versus a cool green has more blue in it. And that really doesn't matter. It's a lighter version or a darker version. You can see, that you can see that extra bit of yellow in those, warmer versus the cooler when I put them next to each other. And that is why you need to have a colour swatch. That's why having a colour consultation is so useful. And this is why this is such a brilliant tool that you should take shopping every time you go shopping, because it's really going to help you. And over time, you learn to identify these more and more, but it's a great tool. And some people have better colour vision than other people. It's a bit like, how somebody can sing in tune and somebody else can't. All those sorts of things. Some people can taste things other people can't. So this is a learned skill, but there's also some natural ability as well that can come in handy too if you don't have it, because there is a percentage of the population who are colour deficit and they just can't see colour. They don't have the same number of, cones and rods in their eyes that actually help someone see colour in the way that someone who has much clearer or much better visual acuity. So thank you so much for your questions, and I will chat to you again soon. Bye for now.